Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of May 5th. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates, and if this reading doesn't speak to you, go check out your other two signs videos for deeper messages. So Virgo, we are here in fellow Earth sign season Taurus. The strongest presence that we have this week is Mars and Aries. So here, know that we are still in somewhat of an active, reactive time. You can utilize that to get things done, but know that, yeah, you might also be triggered more by whatever's going in and around you. The transit we have going on this week is that we have Pluto going retrograde starting tomorrow on the 6th. It will be there until middle of October. It being an outer planet, though, it doesn't have as strong of a hold over us as, say, a Mercury retrograde or Mars, even inner planets, but it is that generational planet. So, say, like for me, a millennial, I got Pluto in Scorpio, but then you look at Gen Z, they've got Pluto in Sagittarius. Gen Alpha has Pluto in Capricorn. These new kids have Pluto in Aquarius. And so it's about that deep generational transformation. What do you want to transform right now? And also, where are you just putting that energy focus? Yeah, because we all do it a little differently. So to meet that, this week I'm using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck so that we can tap into that animal instinct, a natural way to respond to things versus a reactive way to respond to things with this Mars energy. Yeah, let's see what that means for you, Virgo. Tiger, right off the bat, so good for you. It's fire, so you're working with that Mars and Aries, but you also see this third eye has a moon on it. Tigers do hunt at night as well, so it is just part of their naturalness. And for you, Virgo, as the nights are getting shorter in the northern hemisphere, longer in the southern hemisphere, tap into your rest. Are you getting enough rest? But also that third eye with the moon symbol is about tapping into your intuition, which can be aided if you are getting that rest. So make sure that you are getting that REM sleep. When you sleep, it's necessary to dream. Even if you don't remember those dreams, it's healthy to get REM and deep wave sleeps. So for you, Virgo, ideally, if you are not getting that sleep at night, find time through the day to get the rest that you need, but also to tap into that Pitta energy, because in Ayurveda at about 10 p.m. we shift into Pitta, which is fire element, and it's meant to dream. It's meant to fuel those dreams, but say you miss it like I used to all the time. I would have like mini dance parties if I like could not go to sleep, if I was up and wired. I would have little mini dance parties to get out my last minute energy. But also, it was my favorite time to paint, would be at that late at night. Instead of going to sleep, I would get up and paint. So for you, Virgo, if that is what you need, tap into it, but really, yeah, prioritizing your rest right now. Yeah. All right, let's see. Next, moth, again, nocturnal energy. You are a moth to the flame right now, which, yeah, don't be a moth to the flame. Head towards the light. Heading towards the light, away from like darker things, totally fine. But yeah, like again, nocturnal energy. So if you're up at night, yeah, what are we doing to make sure that we are still well rested? But also being drawn to a flame versus just enjoying and basking in the light are things that you want to realize right now, Virgo, because don't just follow the crowd. Don't be lemmings to the sea, even though that was a hoax of lemmings are suicidal. It is actually just bad cameramen, bad documentarians. But Virgo, really take charge of your own life enough that you can see when people are just jumping on a bandwagon versus you moving towards something that feels good and nurturing for your whole being. Yeah. Camel, triple down on this nugget. It's making me tired, honestly, your reading right now, Virgo, if I am honest with it. But so Camel, again, you got a moon, and this is just saying that in the desert, when it is hot as balls, I would just heat nap in the middle of the day is where I'm at. So Virgo, this is tripling down on you might have more energy at nighttime, and so just make sure that you're finding the rest during the day so that you have that energy. But camels are also very resourceful in those conditions of a desert. They have to be able to carry all the water that they need as they cross the Sahara. So Virgo, be resilient, be aware of your needs. So say you have a long day, make sure that you have your food and like snacks and hydration ready to go so that you aren't depleted throughout your day. Yeah. Butterfly, yeah, big transformation, this Pluto energy that we're going through. The butterfly is great because, you know, you're going from a moth to a butterfly for one, and I don't see them as separate. Some people don't like moths, but anyways, so you're going from this more blindly moving towards what looks good, but once you realize that you are taking care of yourself and what you need so that you're more alert in the space, you can become a butterfly. And butterflies are technically these gentle leaders in that when butterflies are around a space, they prioritize spaces that will nurture them because they don't have much time. Most of them have a lifespan of like, some of them have days of life. So they will prioritize being in spaces that feel good to them, and in that they show healthier spaces. And that's one thing in feng shui as well, is that you can tell when a space like a land needs cleansing by, if you say have wasps show up. But yeah, having butterflies is a good sign of a healthy, happy like energy. Yeah, so that is what the animals have for you this week, Virgo. Hopefully you are leaning into spaces that feel better for you than things that might be fake attractive forces. But to tie it all together, we're going to pull a card from the Flowers of Life deck. So let's see, you have belief. A belief is a thought you think so many times over that you eventually hold it to be true. It is something you have been practicing for a long time, and it always feels like the most familiar path to take. If your life is pleasing, stay with this. If your life is not pleasing, it's time to change your thoughts, thus change your beliefs. Today, you may like to say to yourself, I am not limited by my past or future thinking. I choose my thoughts with care and mindfulness. I regularly have new insights and discovery, new ways of seeing my world. I am willing to change and grow. So Virgo, this is you being willing to change and grow from the moth to the butterfly. This is you. It also talking about your thoughts and beliefs is showing that this false light that you could be chasing could be your own false beliefs, which could be just negative self-talk. You could be negative self-talking yourself into a more comfortable life. But once you change the language of your beliefs, then you can find a way to actually pursue things that can still be good for you. One thing about unhealthy patterns is that we fall into them because it might have worked for us once, but it's not going to work for us forever. So Virgo, be willing to grow out of things. Like my easy example is, say you're a kid and you're afraid of the dark, you sleep with a nightlight. at some point in time, you grow up enough to know you don't need that nightlight. You get rid of it. But same thing with, you know, you could know that ice cream is comforting to you, but do you need it every night? Probably not. And then you just kind of let that belief go. Yeah, that is what I have for you this week, Virgo. I do hope that helps. I do hope that you get to tap into whatever this dream space energy is, this resilience of the camel, so that you transform into a butterfly. And I'll see you next time. Bye.